All right.
Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello, there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Brink of Sanity, episode 422. I am Jay. How you doing, Mark?
Good. Why don't we start the show off with Jay promoting his card game, and then we'll get to the rest of the show. Go,
Sure.
Jay.
There are 12 days left in the Kickstarter. It's the card game I've been talking about for like a year and a half now. So the Kickstarter's live, and we are just about halfway there, halfway to getting funded, so I could use your help. And the link is in the show notes. The game is called the Brink of Sanity card game, so if you get a Kickstarter and type in Brink of Sanity, it'll come right up, and you could read all about it. There's a lot of Brink Easter eggs in there, so if you're a fan of the podcast, you'll get a kick out of a bunch of the cards too.
Jay, I've got it. So the game includes a bunch of like games you've heard of before, just in a different format, like Would You Rather, Two Truths and a Lie, blah blah. In honor of the game, I'm gonna give you a Would You Rather, Jay.
Okay.
Would you rather the Kickstarter blows up from here and you get $100,000 for your game, or we get 100,000 listeners for Brink of Sanity? What would be more important to you, Jay? And they're exclusive. So, like, if you get the listeners, the game dies.
Right.
The game just, like, something happens where the game will never get produced or made, Jay, if we get the listeners. So, like, we can make money on getting 100,000 listeners, but the game dies. You can never do the game.
I'm going to go with the game.
Holy shit, really?
I feel like we've been doing... By the way, happy 18th anniversary of Brink. We've been doing it without a lot of listeners.
Dude, the show can vote now?
Yes, the show can vote, and soon the show will be able to drink. So I feel like we've been doing the show without a lot of listeners for 18 years. I'm used to it. The game is... I would like it to happen, so...
So the game is more important to you than the goddamn show, Jay. You put in all this time and you're like, fuck it, fuck the game.
Well, I mean, I could still do the show while the game is successful, but if
you could still produce, you could still make the game and have it not be successful.
I mean,
I can't believe you choose the game. I don't know. Fine, the game, whatever. How do you choose the game over the show, Jay? It's like I don't even know you anymore. You're all about. Ever since you found this new significant other, the game, you're not into me anymore.
I mean, we could have been one big happy family, but you didn't want to be a part of the game, so
I am not into a menage a trois, Jay. I'm just sorry. Menage a game. Jay, I know you have anxiety. You get anxiety generally. How's your anxiety lately?
Much better.
Okay. What would happen to your anxiety if we did get 100,000 listeners? Like, forget the game part of it. Let's just say suddenly some people give a shit about like everyone becomes Andrew, and everyone becomes obsessed with our with the show, and suddenly we have 100,000 dedicated fans. What would happen to your anxiety?
Are we doing live shows with
we kind of have to, Joe. You have to cash in on this. So we are going to have a like a stadium packed of people. We're going to do live shows. People are going to be losing their mind. 100,000 listeners, you can get a roaring live show.
I mean, wouldn't that be funny if like we did the live show with 5 people, but when there's 100,000, I just shut the live room off? Like, no thanks.
Live show. I mean, like, we're doing a show. People are calling in. Everyone wants to participate in the show. People are sending us we're getting 50 emails a day from listeners. Everyone's into the show. Callers all the time. Lots of voicemails. Live in-person shows where people are huge into it. And obviously, you're making some money off it. Things are going great. What would it do to your level? With this success, this dreamed of a success, would it fuck with your anxiety?
The Zoom live shows, I would be a little bit elevated if I knew there was thousands of people in there and I see the chat just scrolling nonstop.
That'd be awesome.
It would. Little bit intimidating, but it would. Live in-person shows, I would be completely
live in person,
bugging out.
1,000 people. Yeah. We fill the room with 1,000 people.
I mean,
we're all excited.
Fill it with 100 people, and I'd probably be bugging out pretty bad. So,
If I could see 6 people in the audience, I'd be like, "Whoa,
yeah,
this is awesome."
Yeah, that wouldn't be great for my anxiety. No.
Okay. So Jay, I have something I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the carnivore diet?
No. Tell me about it.
Okay. What do you think the carnivore diet? I mean, like the name kind of tells you a lot. What
Yeah,
do you think
it's
the diet
just,
is?
it's probably all meat, no carbs, no veggies.
Okay, yeah. So TikTok, the wonderful world of TikTok, the Chinese have been pushing on me, or I'm just what I've been interested in. I've been interested in stand-up comedy on there, scenes from The Sopranos, lots of different things. But one theme I keep seeing over and over again, and I've been kind of curious about, has been the carnivore diet. There's one particular person in particular, this guy, Carnivore Ray or something like that, who I keep seeing his videos. His basic story, based on his videos, are about a year ago, the dude was like, I guess he was like 100 pounds heavier. He was really down on his luck, and he started the carnivore diet. During that time, he was like, at that point, he said he was like, he was in the mortgage industry, like, wasn't doing very well. He was sleeping on his friend, like he was renting, he was paying his friend to sleep on his friend's couch. Like shit was bad. He starts the carnivore diet. In that year, suddenly he starts making videos about it also. He goes from like a guy who's like 250, I don't know how much, maybe he was 300, I'm not sure how much he weighed, but he said he lost 100 pounds in that year. Went from like being fat to being ripped, like really good shape. He becomes an influencer. Now makes enough, I guess. I don't know how much. He doesn't say how much he makes on the videos, but he's like, it sounds like he's much more successful now that he does these videos, and like he gets all this free like meat from Butcher Box and other services that send him stuff because like they want him to promote their products. But he's become like a big time carnivore influencer, and he talks about all the benefits of the carnivore diet. Apparently, the carnivore diet makes you lose weight, makes you able to like. There's all these things they talk about. Like it makes you just healthier. I mean, a lot of like hocus pocus. Who the fuck knows? But there's even like this thing where like your brain is fed by carbohydrates. When you stop eating carbohydrates, your brain gets fed by these things called ketones, and we can like open your brain up and make your brain even think better, basically. So they have all these benefits. Would you, Jay? Would you do the carnivore diet?
No.
Why not?
It doesn't sound like it's a healthy diet.
Why not, Jay?
It sounds like you're only getting part of what you need. And I feel like somebody's going to do it and just die.
So what they've said generally, there was a guy you said that there was a, I guess like this, there was a report about this, maybe like a 25-year-old who was eating like 9 pounds of meat and butter a day. And he had all these yellow spots all over his skin. It turned out it was basically the cholesterol coming out of his body, basically.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, not eating 9 pounds of meat every day is like a whole other level of like most people aren't that stupid.
Right.
So the carnivore diet, they say like you're getting all the nutrients. You're eating animals. Animals have the nutrients. Like you're getting all the nutrients you need. There's a couple things they say you can supplement. You like could take like a potassium. You could take a magnesium. A couple supplements with that, and you're good. And you're unbelievably healthy. So take the supplements, Jay. You're gonna do it now.
No.
Do you like meat, Jay?
I do, but I like carbs a lot too. Obviously, if you look at me.
Who don't like carbs? Okay, so I got motivated, and I was like, just got back from vacation. And I was like, when I get back from vacation,
Which one?
I'm gonna start. What's up, Jay?
I said which one?
Okay, I got back from Seattle. Okay, before the show, we were talking about vacations. Jay always makes fun. Jay goes on a long trip to Thailand every year. I don't make fun of him going to Thailand, but Jay seems to make fun of me because how many vacations do I take a year, Jay?
Monthly vacations.
Okay, so I went away on a short ski trip this year. I went away on a short hiking trip. I'm going away. I guess I'm going away to Florida for a couple days. Going away to the Hamptons for a couple days. I went to Seattle. I'm going. I might go to Iceland this summer and go away to Bahamas at the end of the year. So Jay thinks there's a lot of trips. It does. When you add them up, they sound like a lot of trips.
Probably because it is.
It's like I almost want to go on extra trips just to like troll you now.
I mean, you usually do anyway.
I just want to. I'm like, it's kind of. Jay finds it almost funny how many trips I take, so I need to take like Hey, Liz, let's go away. Let's go away. Okay, so I decided when I got back from Seattle, I was going to start this this diet. So how do you think? What do you think it's been like, Jay?
You,
Should I tell you about it?
you saw a diet on TikTok and decided to do it.
Yes. You think that's a stupid idea?
Yes, I think you're like 12.
I saw there were a lot of people in all the comments that said it's been working amazing for them. Um, it just seemed like an interesting. I'm like how bad? I was like, I'm going to try it for 30 days. Does 30 days seem like an insane amount of time to try a diet?
No, but aren't you like addicted to black beans? So there's no black beans for 30 days?
No black beans, no vegetables, just meat, eggs, and then there's like you don't have to do like some people use cheese and like some milk, some people don't. Like and then also like you're bordering on if you're having meat and cheese, are you on the animal diet or the carnivore diet? But both similar enough, I guess. Uh, but yeah, so the things I love, which include my oatmeal in the morning and my beans, are a no-go on this diet.
And you're doing it still?
I'll tell you about it. So I got a pound of ground beef. I start in the morning. I make the ground beef, throw a bunch of salt. They say to throw like a lot of salt in there and a lot of fat. So I throw a bunch of butter in there. I throw like a half a dozen eggs, make it, and I'm like, and they're like, listen, if you're eating this meat, oh, well, here, Jay, do you think if you're eating a lot of meat, will you be hungry throughout the day?
No.
Why not?
I feel like it's filling. Like when I have a burger, I'm full.
Okay, so here's my experience on this diet. I am so fucking hungry the whole goddamn day. I
Really?
just the feeling does not go away. I am just like no matter what I eat with meat, I'm just fucking hungry.
Interesting.
It's been so I like I thought I'm like, well, I will lose weight, I'll feel better. I don't fucking feel better. I've been feeling so like just shitty every day from this diet.
Like
I
low
can
energy and
lower energy, just not feeling great. They say because of the diet, you're like dehydrated. So you have to drink like extra electrolytes. I've been downing like every time I'll be like, I feel good, I feel good. Then like half hour later, I'm like, I don't feel so good. I'm going like I down some electrolytes, and I'm like, I feel good, I feel good. No, I don't feel so good. I'm like dehydrated throughout the day. I can't seem to drink enough electrolytes or enough water. I definitely have less energy. Everything the fucking TikTok videos told me is not happening.
huh.
I don't know. The meat, by the way, I don't think I fucking could stand meat at this point. I mean,
And how long has it
I
been?
don't. It's been about 2 weeks.
Wow.
2 week. I this morning I went. Like my morning workout. I went for a run. I was like, fuck it. I can't take this diet anymore. I went back to eating. I had beans today. I had oatmeal today. I'm so happy. I'm so much happier.
Life was good again.
What'd you say?
Life was good again.
Yeah, like I have to say, like the things I was thinking about during this diet were like how like this diet ruins eating. I'm fucking 46 years old. What do I have? I don't have that many things in life. One of the things I have in life is eating. Now I'm gonna make eating a bad experience.
So my problem is I've been going to the gym 3 times a week for this is like my 6th week in a row,
Oh, good.
which is good. It's to the point where our interview for Brink got canceled on Tuesday, and which is happening on the 25th now. But the first.
By the way, every time we have this interview, something terrible happens to this woman. She had COVID. She had COVID this past week, which is not terrible, but like I think she had COVID. She got like hit on the head one week. Like all these things. Like she is the Dallas Mavericks of guests.
Yeah, yeah. To the point where like I feel bad at this point. I'm like, are we killing her, this poor woman, or
Slowly murdering this woman.
so? Anyway, so when the interview got canceled, the first thought in my head was like, oh, I could go to the gym now, which is like good. Like it's like a habit now. The problem is since I started going to the gym, I'm always hungry as well. Like, I guess it sped up my metabolism, whatever, but like I'm just hungry all day. So not helping the weight at all.
Well, I wouldn't say like eat pounds of meat. So the thing is also I'm like what are you gonna eat every day? Like I mean like I made a pound of meat. Am I gonna eat 2 pounds of meat a day? Like it just gets like I don't know. It gets I started adding cheese to it and a lot of cheese to it because I was like I can't take.
Well, I mean, you
I
can
don't know,
mix
like-
it up, I guess, with like pork or ham and chicken.
I got chicken. I was like, oh, I normally like chicken, but I don't think I like chicken anymore. And then like, I mean, I do like these things, but like when you're forced to eat them, and then like the meat, I'm like, I can't afford to buy like just big steaks every day. So I'm like, I'll get ground meat, but I'm like, and I'm mixing with eggs and putting salt in there, and then I'm throwing cheese in there. Like this is not even like, and then I'm like, I'm just hungry. I'm like, do I now have to make a second pound of meat? And then I started adding yogurt. I was eating like a pound of just like a tub of like plain Greek yogurt also. Because I kept like making additions to the diet that don't even make sense. I threw chia seeds back in there, even though they're clearly not carnivore. Just 'cause I'm just fucking hungry and I can't figure out how to like. I'm not going to the diet in the smart way where I'm like prepare with everything I need to eat. I'm like I made my meat now. The fucking rest of the meat's in the freezer. What the fuck do I do now?
You know what the most shocking part of this story is?
What?
Is that a TikTok diet didn't work out.
There are so many
shocked.
people on TikTok promoting this fucking diet. There's so many comments. I'm like, I'm on day 37 and I can fly. I shoot fire on my ass and I can like I like. There's so many people that talk about how amazing this diet is. The guy fucking promotes the videos like, I no longer fart. It's amazing. I don't even fart anymore. I'm like, wow, he doesn't fart anymore. It's so unbelievable. And also like. My bowels don't move normally because you're not getting fucking fiber. Like, it's ridiculous.
Andrew posted that in the chat. He said, Mark actually hasn't been to the toilet for 9 days.
They're like, and I'm looking online. They're like, well, you could have like some of the symptoms, some of the things, like some of the side effects. They're like, you could have what they call the carnivore flu for the first 2 to 4 weeks, where you have flu-like symptoms for 2 to 4 weeks. But once you get past that, everything's fine. I'm like, if you have flu-like symptoms, why would you stick with this thing for fucking 4 weeks to see if they go away?
Isn't that like dying? Like anything that lasts more than a week is not good.
I like, and my wife's like, why the fuck are you doing this?
Right.
I'm like,
because TikTok
I don't
told
know.
me to.
She's like, what's your reason? I'm like, lose a few pounds. She's like, what? Why are you fucking doing this to lose a few? I'm like, I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna try to eat less carbs, just like more limited carbs, and go back to eating normal diet. I don't know, or just less bread.
So your first
dessert.
idea was to do pull-ups with a weighted backpack, and since that worked out so good, you decided to just eat meat and not have any nutrients at all.
Yes. Well, I thought, do meat? I don't even know. Does meat have like according to these videos, meats have all the nutrients you want?
I don't think they do.
I don't know what meat has. I don't know what has nutrient. I realize I haven't been alive for this long. I don't even know what's healthy. If I watch enough TikTok videos, I might be able to convince that like if I eat Twinkies every day, I'll be able to bench 400 pounds.
Mark comes to the realization that he doesn't know how to eat at age 46.
Do you know how to eat, Jay? What's good for you? What do you have for morning and breakfast, Jay? What's a good breakfast, Jay?
So I've been having either oatmeal with.
Is it plain oatmeal or is it flavored oatmeal?
Plain oatmeal, but
I know the flavored oatmeal apparently is like just terrible.
Right. Yeah, no, that's just like sugar. No, I put raisins, dried blueberries, and finely chopped almonds in it. And I use oat milk, and it's like overnight oats. I put it in the fridge overnight, and in the morning it like soaks all the milk up.
A lot of prep work, huh?
Takes about 90 seconds.
Okay, that's not bad actually. It sounded because you have to do it overnight. That sounds like prep work.
Like I have the 3 things in jars. I just open the jar, take a spoonful, put it in the container. Like,
is it good?
Scoop. It's really good. Yeah, I have it a few times a week. Either that or Trader Joe's has veggie samosa burritos. Yeah, I don't know if you know what a samosa is.
Yeah, well,
it's like cauliflower, peas, and potatoes with like a curry sauce. So it's like that in a burrito.
Cool.
So,
I mean, I used to also think like cereal was healthy. Then they're like, cereal's not healthy. It's processed and blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Why are they changed through our lives what's healthy? They're like, this is healthy. No, it's not.
I mean, eggs have changed back and forth about 20 times at this point.
Right. Eggs are good for you. Eggs are bad for you. Eggs are good for you. Eggs are bad for you. Eggs are too expensive. No one can afford eggs. Yeah. By the way, I was like to my wife, I'm like, now I'm doing this stupid diet when the price of meat and eggs is like absurd.
Right.
I went to the supermarket. I was at one of our supermarkets, Stop and Shop. I can't afford the fucking eggs. It is now $10 a dozen for the eggs. Thank you, Trump. Thank you for bringing down egg prices. You're really saving the ever since Not to get political or all that, but the economy seems to be going right into the shithole. Thank you, Trump. But anyway, eggs are fucking $10 a dozen. For $10 a dozen, I just don't fucking buy eggs.
Guy who takes 11 vacations a month can't afford eggs.
Yes. So yeah. In this economy, if you could take 10 vacations, you still can't afford eggs. I go to Target and the eggs are like $6 a dozen. I'm like, I could do $6, I guess. What's the most you'd pay for a dozen eggs, Jay?
I don't know. I guess $12.
You'd pay $12 for a dozen eggs?
What are you gonna do? Not eat eggs?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna eat eggs. What, are eggs that important to you that you're gonna eat them for $12?
I mean, it's not like I eat like a ton of them. That lasts me like 3 weeks.
What are you? Were you licking them, Jay?
I don't have them every day.
How does a dozen eggs last you 3 weeks? What are you doing with them?
I have some.
Are you hatching them?
I have one like every few days.
Okay, you're eating one at a time every few days.
Like 2, like once or twice a week. It lasts a while.
Is your big issue with eggs that they spoil because you're keeping them in the fridge for the entire year?
I keep my fridge very cold, like just above freezing, so stuff lasts really long.
That's called a freezer, Jay.
No, just above freezing, not below freezing.
Okay. What temperature do you keep your fridge at? 12 degrees.
I don't know.
There's an Eskimo living in there.
Like 37.
I think it's about it. I think it's 38 degrees.
Okay.
We had an issue with our refrigerator a number of years ago, and like the wouldn't stay cold, and the temperature kept dropping, or I guess going up, whatever. Every time I looked at it, and so now I have like PTSD. So I'm always like checking the temperature, like a psycho. And my kids will like joke with me. They're like, Dad, it says 40 degrees in the refrigerator. I'm like, what? Like, gotcha, Dad.
That's pretty funny.
Anyway, so that's what I've been up to, Jay, in the last 2 weeks. I've been doing this diet, which has made me hate meat. I don't know. I think would you have an easier time being a vegetarian or a carnivore? What would be easier for you?
Probably a vegetarian.
Yeah, I don't think it's even close for me. I think I can accidentally be a vegetarian for a month at a time, no problem. Apparently, I can not survive a full 2 weeks on the carnivore diet.
Yeah, I think I would find it easier.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the meat is like, I'm gonna make my own anti-carnivore videos where I'm just gonna be like this meat. Who the fuck eats this shit?
Do a video of you like wrapped in a blanket, like you have the flu. Just make like your start off motivating and then slowly like spiral into like a death spiral.
Right, like I started being like, I'm gonna do this carnivore diet, everything's gonna be great, it's gonna solve all my problems, it's gonna be amazing. And by like a week into it, I'm like, I'm living in a fucking box. I can barely afford the meat. I had to blow a guy to get a ham sandwich. Anyway, it's not going well.
I think you should do that.
The anti-videos, and I post them in the comment section every day. Jay, have you heard about the Trump gold card?
Yes.
So what is it, Jay?
So it's like a green card for rich people. So if they want to pay $5 million, they could skip the whole like immigration process and just like fast track. It's like the fast track at Six Flags.
Okay. So the $5 million, yeah, Jay's basically like you can pay $5 million to the government, get a green card, you get to be a citizen or whatever, or you just get a permanent residence in the US. So that money goes to the government. And that's, I guess, fair. Should U.S. citizens be allowed to sell their citizenship? And if you could, how much would you sell your citizenship for, Jay?
Ooh, free market.
Yeah, free. Let's go free market on this, Jay. You can sell your citizenship to any non-citizen. They have to be. Let's just say they have to be vetted. So we're not like you're not selling it to Al Qaeda. But you're selling it. As a result of it, you have to get the fuck out of the U.S. Like you're no longer welcome here. So within 30 days after you sold it, you have to get that. You can come back and visit, but you are no longer allowed to have your residence in the U.S. You have to move out within 30 days and go live elsewhere in the world. Mm-hmm. How much would it take for you to sell your? What's your price, Jay, for your citizenship?
$1 million. I'm undercutting the gold card by 500%.
Don't buy the gold card. You could have the J life.
Yep.
Want to live my life? You could have it for only $1 million.
There you go.
For $1 million, you'd get the hell out of the U.S.
Yeah, why not?
Where would you move? I guess Thailand, because your
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
But you think you probably live a pretty good life if you took out $1 million and went to Thailand.
Very good. Very good. Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
I don't have a natural place to go. Like you have a natural place to go because she has family there.
Yeah.
Jay, if I sold my citizenship, would you let me come move in with you guys in Thailand?
Sure. Would
Okay,
we still be able
cool.
to do podcasts, or are you going to take even more vacations now that you
Well, I
got
mean,
rich off of it?
I made a bunch of money now. I might travel a little bit.
Did you have anything else for the gold card?
No, you can go on to the next, whatever you want to talk about.
Lorenzo writes, our email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com.
Oh, I got one thing I want to talk about, then we go to Lorenzo. Can I have one more thing I want to talk about?
You always cut Lorenzo off every episode.
He appreciates that. This is short, but I noticed this when I was on vacation. If you go on vacation, you notice things. On vacation, we went skiing and we stayed in like it was like a condo basically, like a vacation condo.
Okay.
Really nice. And they had something in this condo that I fucking hate when I see in hotels or anywhere you stay on vacation. The shower was pure glass. And you look out of the shower, there's a big mirror. The bathroom's closed. But what it means is basically, while I'm showering, anytime I glance to the left, I see my fucking naked body in the shower.
Yeah, that's not great.
Who wants to fucking who sets this up? They're like, we feel like we feel like people really like to stare at their naked bodies in the shower. We feel most of our guests are really confident about their figures and just want to stare at themselves naked throughout the entire showering process.
This was designed by Patrick Bateman, American Psycho.
Yes. Why in God's name would you want a glass shower without any like? There's no frosting, nothing that like it's perfectly see-through, which it's fine. The bathroom's locked. I get that part of it, but like, why do you? Who the fuck wants this? Who wants to be like just stare themselves naked while they're showering?
I put a little soap in my arm and then I flex in the mirror.
Like what? What designers are like? We understand that most Americans just love to beat off while they stare at themselves in the shower. We understand that's like the number one activity Americans like to do, so we set that. That's the design.
Oh, when I bought this apartment, the bedroom had one of those giant mirrors as like a headboard almost.
Oh my God.
I ripped that thing down before I even moved in. Yeah, I was like, there's no way.
I'm not sure I want a mirror in my house. That's how much I like to look at myself. And to stare at myself naked while I'm soaping myself up, it makes me want to throw up. I'm like, how does my wife even put up with this?
I have a small one in the bathroom so I can shave.
Yeah, I mean, we have a mirror in the bathroom as you shave and brush your teeth. I get there being a mirror. It's just like it being directly across from just a see-through shower is the
Yeah,
weird part.
no. And the only other mirror I have is like in the guest bedroom. So if I need to look in the mirror, I have to make a concerted effort. I don't accidentally look in the mirror, but sometimes you want to see if an outfit fits or whatever. But
You know, like superpowers. I sometimes wish I had that superpower that vampires have where they have no reflection. That's one of the superpowers I want.
yeah. I mean, you're in shape. Do you have like body dysmorphia?
Do you like staring at yourself naked?
No, but I have a terrible shape.
There's no world where I want to stare at myself naked. I feel like also if I was like, well, Jay, of course I'm in good shape. I love to stare at myself naked. It's amazing. That's much more dysmorphia than not liking yourself naked.
Well, I mean, I feel like you skip past the middle part where you're like, I'm okay with it. It's either like
I'm not okay.
beating off in front of the mirror or like hiding from them and putting all the house mirrors in your garage covered in like clothes.
Jay, I clearly have untreated mental illness. I do not want to stare at myself at all, really, and much less naked while I'm in the shower.
I think the longer the show goes on, the more people realize how insane we both are.
It's better for the show.
I'm surprised there's still stuff coming out.
Yeah,
You'd think
this therapy session we call the show will never end.
You think everyone would know everything about us at this point?
Jay, would you want a glass? Like, would you want a glass? This setup in your bathroom, a glass shower, across from the mirror where you could see yourself naked every day when you shower.
Sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like, in theory, it would be good if you were like on a honeymoon and you wanted to hook up, and like you'd be like, oh, it'd be cool if we're like, I'm watching myself have sex, and then you look for 2 seconds, you're like, nope, this is the worst idea ever.
Nope. Terrible idea. Not a good idea.
Sounded good on paper, terrible in execution.
Terrible idea. Okay, go on.
Lorenzo writes, hey guys, back in June 2013, when Kanye had a baby and called it North, Mark bet that 100 morons would now go and name their kid the same, but Jay wasn't so confident. Now that it's 12 years later, do you have any evidence yet?
Why don't we Google this? How popular is the baby named North? He also, in fairness, maybe the name would be more popular if Kanye wasn't pro-Nazi.
Possibly. I mean, you can't even say it as a joke now. He was literally like walking around in a swastika shirt the other day. He was selling it at a reasonable price, though.
Let's see how popular. I'm on Baby Center. It is, according to babycenter.com, which is a very popular baby site. I mean, if you have kids, you probably do know that. At least in America, it's a popular one. Mm-hmm. It is in 2023. It's right now. It's 7,312 in popularity in baby names.
So that means there's thousands of people that have that name.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. There are a lot of people that just copy these names.
And we got one more email from Lorenzo. Any update from episode? I love how he's just such a historian of the show.
He's also like, I guess you get the kids like 12 or 13 years old and probably at school, and people will be like, hey, your dad's a Nazi. And he's like, can you guys just go back to making fun of my name?
Right. Any update from episode 164? Mark promised to record a Brink episode live from the Oregon vineyards. Well, that was a bold promise.
That was I'm trying to think. I mean, that must have been 2009, maybe. I think I did go to Oregon on a short trip to Portland. I think it was in 2009.
And why did you promise to do that?
I don't know, Jay. I don't know. Why did I do why did well it's not because TikTok told me, because TikTok wasn't around then, so I don't know. I must have been talking about my trips, and you must have been making fun of it, so I must have said I'll do a show from there. So Lorenzo, I have not made good on that. I have not done a podcast from the vineyards in Oregon, and I'm pretty sure I didn't go to a vineyard when I was in Oregon either. I did go to around the same time I went to Napa Valley, but I didn't do a show with Jay from Napa Valley. Jay, why didn't you do a show with me from when you were in Thailand? We could have done that from the airport.
I mean, I did have a 12-hour layover. Probably could have.
Could have. By the way, my kids are going away. Speaking of trips, my in-laws are taking my kids to London and Paris in April, which is kind of insane. Just the kids, not us. We weren't invited. And so I will have a week where I don't have a lot going on. So maybe we can do Brink in April also.
Cool.
Just letting you know. Maybe our next episode will be in April, or maybe before the games. Maybe we'll do another episode to promote the game.
Well, our next episode has to be on the 25th when we have our guest.
Well, she's not coming on the show, really. Is there any way? Would you be upset if I back out of that show?
Why?
Last minute.
Last minute, yes.
Do you really want to talk to this person?
Yes.
Okay.
Do
you think she's listening and that's why you're saying it, or?
No, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting.
Okay. The 25th, did you say it's on the 25th? Oh, on the 25th, I'm going to be busy not interviewing.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm sorry.
I mean, all of our interviews have ended up being like unexpectedly fun. Like all.
Yeah, no, that's true. And this one sounds completely random, but it could be really good.
The only one that, well, even that one was fun. The one that didn't show up and you just pretended to be him. Even that one was fun.
That was fun. By the
And
way,
then,
I got a phone call the other day, and this is my phone. My phone. This is the phone call. I pick up. I'm like, "Hello, is Tom there?" No, not Tom. I think I got the wrong number. Oh, well, while I have you, do you have life insurance? I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm just like I thought you were calling for Tom. Yeah, but well, I have you. So do you need term life insurance? The person's opening line for selling insurance was, "Is this Tom?"
oh, you think that was his thing?
He just pretends to be a love. I'm pretty sure he just pretends to be like a misdial, then just tries to start a conversation with you.
It's not bad, actually.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I was like, are you legitimately are just like pretending to like like you dialed the wrong number and this is your intro? The guy kind of was like, he didn't confirm, but I was like, that's pretty much you're doing. I appreciate. I don't need it, but I appreciate you. I appreciate the call.
It's creative. I kind of like
It
that.
was creative. It was creative. I was like, it's a hard call to make, so I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's anything else here, Jay? Before we cut out, we have a shortened episode today.
We have a
Anything else
shortened
you,
episode. I worked back-to-back 12-hour days, and we just also did a Knicks podcast. So I am kind of mentally junk right
we
now.
kind of just did it, so I want to talk about the carnivore diet and really also to promote Jay's game more than anything.
Yes. So there's 12 days left in the Kickstarter. So if you're going to contribute, time's running out.
12 days. So Jay needs $3,000 more dollars. So if everyone contributes a lot of math, it'll work out.
Yes. There you go. So Brink of Sanity 3 on Twitter, the Brink of Sanity on at gmail.com, and we are Brink of Sanity on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon.
And there's a card game. Please contribute.
Yes, there is a card game. Brink of Sanity. Type that into Kickstarter. It'll come right up. The link will also be in the show notes.
Here's why everyone should contribute. And I've contributed to this game also, but here's why everyone should contribute. Contribute, we've given 18 long years of the show. That's nice. But even more interesting and even a better reason is that if Jay gets to the $6,500, he will then have to do the next step, which is getting the game made and selling the game. It's a lot more content for the show.
It is. It is. Watch as Jay is now obligated to mass produce a game, and how will he handle that? That is just going to be never-ending content.
There will be so much content, even though this is something that's so important to Jay, and he'll be so happy about it. I will make fun of him at every step just for the sake of the show.
Well, I'll tell you the first funny thing that's going to happen.
What?
The game gets funded. I'm about to order my games. The Trump tariffs hit, and my cost goes up 25%, and now I can't afford to make the games. So there you go.
Where are you getting the games made?
China.
What, there's not an American game?
No, it's being made in China.
Holy fuck.
So the picture's already set. The stage is already set. That's probably what's going to happen.
Oh my God. Okay, we have to get the $6,500 because we want to see how it does not succeed from here. Sorry, Jeff.
I mean, in true Brink fashion, there'll be some funny stories coming out of it.
This really, just the content alone will be so worth it.
All right. So, yeah, we'll be back soon. We will try and, if Mark is willing, we'll do an episode next week. If not, we can do one the week after for our interview.
Jay, what do you think about the idea of us recording an episode while I'm playing pickleball?
I mean, it'd be kind of funny.
I'm not serious, but I did go back to playing pickleball.
Oh, good.
I went back to it. So just another thing to annoy the shit out of me.
One less day a week we can record. That's good.
My daughters, I'm also not as free because I'm coaching my daughter's basketball team, and the playoffs are this weekend. So her basketball season is over pretty soon.
Okay. All right. So I can't wait to see how you fill it up with something else so that it's difficult to record.
Right. Well, I mean, I had to, basketball was ending, so now I went back to playing pickleball. But my back is surviving pickleball so far, so it's good.
Okay.
And this is a big deal for me. This is the first episode we've done since the summer where I've been sitting down the whole episode.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Big deal for me.
All right, so we will be back soon. Hopefully soon. We'll be back. We'll be back soon.
Okay, cool.
Mark's like, I am not going to confirm or deny that statement.
That's how I like to treat this show.
Great. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye, bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end.